Howdy heretics, today I will tell you why I believe that the Jehovah Witness religion will be forced to change their name due to their legal mumbo jumbo. This happened before, like the Mormons changed their name to Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints, and I believe the Watchtower is moving in the same direction. If you've never been a Jehovah Witness, I will have to explain what is theocratical warfare, what's the secret elders book, and how they keep track on people, how they do like the KGB and spy on people, even people that are not members. If you've never been a Jehovah Witness, I just want to tell you that Jehovah Witnesses are nice people. My complaint is about the Watchtower, the leaders of the cult, that do violate human rights and do violate Norwegian legislation. Can you please start your own YouTube channel? So, thing happened is this. Watchtower keep track of people, and not only their own members. They will keep track of people. If you have sex with a Jehovah Witness, they will put you in the archive. If your parents were Jehovah Witnesses, you will be in the archive. And if you leave the Jehovah Witnesses like me, they will still keep track of me. So I complained about this, and the government, Norwegian government, opened a probe, and they asked Watchtower for their opinion. Because the government will want to hear both sides of the story. And so Watchtower are allowed to explain what they thought about this, why they thought this was okay. Because when it comes to collecting personal data, personal information, you are allowed to explore gray areas. Like if you're my employee, I cannot register your religion. But I could probably ask you if you want an annual Christmas card. Watchtower, they would be allowed to register someone's religion because for them it's relevant, but it's still just the bare minimum. So they can register on me that Jonas became a Jehovah Witness and that I left the Jehovah Witnesses. But they cannot say that he left the Jehovah Witnesses and he's now a Catholic, because that's none of their business. It's not relevant to them. It's only the bare minimum. Well, how can you say that register the name of a sexual partner of a Jehovah Witness is relevant? How can you say keeping tab on ex-members is relevant? The government asked this. Watchtower wrote a 10-page letter. And there's a lot of like mumbo-jumbo red herrings. That's one of their theocratical warfare. They just bombard the government with things that everyone agree about. Watchtower would be caught for drunk driving. They would say, it's very important to maintain the brakes of a vehicle. You need to be 18 years old to drive a vehicle. It's important to have good light, especially on the night. And we all look forward to the day when no one will say, I am sick. This is how they answer. They give a lot of correct information mixed with religious mumbo-jumbo. That's not relevant. But there was a footnote. And that's where they hide the funny thing. And this footnote say that it's relevant for them to keep the congregation clean. Well, what does that mean? And then it says they need to protect the congregations from individuals. Well, that's a religious claim. I'm allowed to believe that witches should be burned, but I'm not allowed to do it. Watchtower is allowed to believe that the congregation needs to be protected from me. They are even allowed to pray for God's protection. But they cannot keep tab on me, just like they cannot burn witches. And it says that they have to protect the congregation from people that pretend to be Jehovah Witnesses and spread different teaching, like different opinions. Well, that's a religious belief that we must protect the herd from apostasy. But that's not a legal argument. So the whole argument that they try to hide in the footnote is that the governing body needs to keep track on people that claim to be Jehovah Witness, so they will not contact the Jehovah Witnesses and spread apostasy. So my answer to the government is that, for instance, children has the right, according to the UN Convention of the Rights of a Child, several of the paragraph, but I quoted Article 13, to gather information. So then the judge must see, if you're in a gray area, they must see what's the need, the relevant need for the cult leaders, what's the relevant need for the children, and what's the relevant need for the apostates to be able to move on from a religion without being persecuted by the Jehovah Witnesses or tracked down by local elders. And their whole argument is hidden in a footnote that they need to keep track of former members just in case they will falsely refer to themselves as Jehovah Witnesses. It's not a legal argument because who owns the name Jehovah Witnesses? Jehovah Witnesses were not even the first one that used that title. The first one that comes to mind to me would be the nation of Israel. It's even in the Bible. You are my witnesses, say Jehovah. So if Jehovah Witnesses, which is a Gentile organization from New York, would claim that the nation of Israel are not allowed to refer to themselves as Jehovah Witnesses, that's pretty rude. Jehovah Witnesses means Christian, or it means Hebrew. It can mean anything. So Watchtower's argument is, we need to keep tab on ex-members so they will not wrongly walk around telling that they are Jehovah Witnesses. Well, information control is your need, and you have to solve it other ways. I can say I'm a Jehovah Witness. I can say I'm a Buddhist. I can say I'm a Buddhist, a Jehovah Witness, and an atheist, and an agnostic, and a troll enthusiast. No one can stop me. However, I cannot say that I'm a member of the Jesus Christ Church of the Latter-day Saints. Because the whole Watchtower argument in why we violate the law is because we want to keep tab of ex-members so they will not spread information. Well, that's not a legit reason. We have a legit need to protect the congregation from people that wrongly say they are Jehovah Witnesses. Well, there are ways of doing that without violating the law. One way would be to give Jehovah Witnesses name tags. And I show them that this tradition already exists within the cult. For them, it's not a weird thing to put down a name tag. And that would be legal. To ask all the members to say, are you Jehovah Witness in good standing? Then you need a name tag during all the meetings, all the Zoom meetings. There will be a barcode, like the Mormons. Mormons actually do have a barcode on their membership thing. So you can check them, that they are real members and not an apostates, and they need to get this renewed every year. That would be possible. And then they would not violate the law. If I want to describe myself as a Jehovah Witness, I'm allowed to do that. I read the Bible. I know that Jehovah of the Old Testament is a narcissistic asshole, and I bear my witness. So, but if Watchtower would change the religion to Jehovah Witnesses in association with God's selected organization, aka Watchtower of New York and Pennsylvania, well, then I could not refer to myself as a member of Jehovah Witnesses in association with God's elected organization, aka Watchtower of New York and Pennsylvania. That would be kind of beyond what is reasonable for me. The whole argument that Watchtower put up in letters have no basis at all. And that's why they hide it in footnotes while writing page and page and page of uncontested things that everyone agree with, and a lot of scriptures. And they know that scriptures have no relevance, because when Watchtower quotes something, what does it mean? It's a religious interpretation, not a legal interpretation. I think they will have to change their name to a name that's not already taken by the nation of Israel. They have to come up with something that's their own. And I will respect that. I will not use your name. But you cannot refuse me to call myself a Jehovah Witness if I so please. See you in paradise.